Hi there, my name is Bob Simpson, and up until recently I was what you call a radio guy. I did on-air stuff. I was a disc jockey from the East Coast to the West Coast, or from your perspective, from the East Coast to the West Coast. And I did it for about 30 years, and then I started doing production. And then I said I've had enough because I ran out of things to say. And so I've retired. I'm officially retired. I know what you're saying. How could somebody that looks so young and spry and youthful be retired? Yeah, that's gotta be what you're saying. But I've discovered something new and I'm going to share it with you. This is exciting, and I've seen a lot of stuff on YouTube and on the internet about this subject, and I thought I could just bring to you what I've learned, and you can have fun and enjoy it as well. So come on, join me. It's a static camera, okay? I can't do a walk around. So we just have to say, let's get started. Yes, smoking stuff. That's what we love to do. Guys love to smoke stuff. And my wife got me something special to help me enjoy smoking. Nice, huh?
Bob, I didn't get you a smoking jacket and a pipe for Christmas. I got you a master-built electric smoker to smoke meats.
That's right. Smoking meats with my master-built electric smoker.
Yum!
It's time to get started. Let's make it happen. Wasn't that fun? Yeah. Well, now that we've got all the wackiness out of the way, let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to smoke some ribs. It's America's favorite. And the way we smoke our ribs is with Bob's 3-2-1 method. Now, Bob's 3-2-1 method is no different than everybody else's 3-2-1 method. But since I'm doing it, it's Bob's. So Bob's 3-2-1. 3 hours in the smoker, uncovered, get in there, all that smoke comes in. 2 hours wrapped up with a little bit of sauce in there that I'll explain how to make later, and then an hour unwrapped in the smoker, full heat, so everything gets crusty and everything caramelizes around the outside, so when you eat it, you just go absolutely crazy and your body convulses. So ribs, Bob's way, with Bob's 1-2-3 method. First, let's meet today's star. And here it is. Is that a nice rack? What a great rack. Anyway, we need to, really don't have to trim it. I got this at Meijer. And as you can see, it's pretty much trimmed and ready to go. It's a nice piece of meat. What I will do though, I'll show you how to do it, is take off the membrane on the back. Some people call it silk skin. That sounds gross to me. So what we want to do is try to get a hold of it. And sometimes this is very successful and sometimes it's not. And this appears to be one of those times when it's not going to be. But you want to get your finger underneath it. And yeah, well, this is when you go to the method that really helps, which is the paper towel so your fingers don't slip. There we go. Now I can start getting underneath it. There we go. Slide my fingers down the rib till I get to the end, hopefully. And I didn't. I got halfway. That's all right. We'll just rip her off this way. Take our paper towel and pull it off. Now, why do you want to take this off? You may be wondering. That's a good question. No, you take it off because you want your seasonings and stuff to get in on both sides of the meat. And if you don't take off the membrane, that won't happen. When I cut open the plastic, I unfortunately hit the meat in the membrane, and I will just speed this up a little bit here just so you don't have to watch me fight it. And there we go. Membrane's off. We're ready to make this thing something special. The next thing we do is prep it, rub it, make it sing. Okay, so let's get the rub on this thing. This is a beautiful little piece of meat and is waiting for our love and attention. Now, you can use anything you want. You can make your own rub. The basic ingredients: paprika, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic, brown sugar. Many of the pre-mixed rubs have all these things in it. I'm going to use several. The grab ass rub, or I'm sorry, not grab ass. That's something totally different. This is pig's thing. Yeah. Jack Daniels, which is very good, and I always start off on top only with the St. Elmo's seasoning, so it goes down through the meat. What we're going to start off with, though, is my secret ingredient. Yeah, it's not so much a secret. A lot of people do it. Mustard. It acts as a great binding agent to hold all the rub on the meat. Just rub it in. That's all you gotta do. Just cover it up. From top to bottom, from left to right, from up to down. It's beautiful. Flip it over. More of the same on the other side. My wife always gets upset with me because I get mustard all over the bottle and I have to wipe it off. But she still loves me in spite of that. In spite of my sloppy mustard bottles. Flip her back over. Okay, so what we want to do first is just a little bit of kosher salt. And then a little bit of freshly ground pepper, which is freshly ground from the freshly ground pepper mill. What that means or what I just said. All right, now how thick do you put this stuff on? A lot of people like to really make it happen. Heavy rub. I kind of do a middle of the road thing. So let me show you what I mean. Let's start off with St. Elmo's. Then we go with Jack Daniels. And who doesn't want to go with Jack Daniels? There we go. I mean, we're ready. This is going to go into the smoker, and we'll, in about 6 hours or so, a little longer maybe, have some incredible ribs. Okay, one thing I have to do, because I have a 30-inch smoker, is we have to cut this in half. You could put this in, angle it, it'll probably just barely fit in, but the rack would then touch the sides of the smoker, and you don't want that to happen. So just find a good even point in the middle, cut it in half, and then you'll have two nice chunks side by side, cooking like nobody's business. And on the smoker we go. We're all set. Yes, we are. Okay, so I have to sit down like an old man. A little bit of smoke coming out, just nice little blue smoke. You don't want a whole bunch, but you'll see when I open this door, it's gonna be smoking. I preheated it, and here we go. Whoa, Nelly. So we'll put them right on that third rack. 1, 2, 3. And let them sit in there. One. And a 2. And close, latch. Temperature is set at 225. It'll be sitting in there for 3 hours. Then we'll come out, wrap them up in some fashion, put the sauce on them, and then let them cook for 2 more, and then finally 1 hour unwrapped. Can I pose like the kids do now? Wait a minute. Can you see? Probably not. Can you see this part? All right. All right, so it's in the smoker. Now things start working. Smoke's going to permeate the meat. It's going to start adding that flavor that's incredible. So what do we do for the next 3 hours? Well, we'll talk about that in a moment, but first, I want to remind you to wash your hands a lot. After every step, I do that, wash my hands. You don't want to get everything contaminated from the meat as it's laying on your counters or whatnot, and have something like this, your best friend, your Lysol disinfectant wipes to wipe everything down, just to keep everything safe. Now, what are we going to do for the next 3 hours waiting for this meat? Well, we could dance. We could check our mail. If we're lucky enough, we get mail that allows you to dance. Birthday card from my in-laws, my brother and sister-in-law. Bridget and Kevin, thank you. And it's danceable. We can check the clock.
This is how long it'll be before we have to put in some more wood chips. Right there, baby.
Or we can remember the excitement from my retirement party when everybody came. Everybody from the radio station was there. It was a wonderful event. I thank them very much for it. They gave me a telescope, a really cool recording light for my home studio, a really nice major award. But my son was there, my family, my daughter-in-law, my daughter, my grandchildren, my wife. It was fun. It was really neat. And Brian brought me something very special from his friends in IndyCar. He works with these guys every day. 3 of the best drivers in IndyCar wishing me a happy retirement.
Bob, James Hinchcliffe here. Look, man, 50 years. That's pretty impressive. Congratulations. And frankly, I get it. I get why you held on so long. It's the love of the job. It's the passion for what you do. And more importantly, if you retired any earlier, Brian would probably have to spend more time with you, and let's be honest, nobody wants that. I've been working with him for 5 years. If I knew I had another 45 years of this, I'd quit now. I'd come join you. Let's go find a beach somewhere and relax. Lucy says, congratulations on 50 years. Happy retirement. It's been well-deserved and hard-earned. All the best in the future, bud.
Thank you, James. That was very nice. Dancing with the Stars, the Honda commercials, IndyCar driver. That's kind of cool. You almost get the feeling he knows me, don't you? No. So now what are we going to do? Well, every hour or so, we'll go out, add more chips. I'll show you how to do that. And we'll also spray the meat with apple juice with our handy-dandy spray bottle and just allow it to cook for 3 hours and get ready to chow down. Okay, so it's been in the smoker for 3 hours. As you can see, it's developed quite a nice crust, but we're still about 3 hours away from serving it. You may be wondering what all this stuff is. Well, let me tell you. What we're going to do is we're going to use it's kind of a different method than just wrapping it in aluminum foil. I am going to put them in these 9x13 cake pans and let them kind of braise and suck up some moisture. But you're saying, oh, what moisture, Bob? Well, let me tell you. What we're going to do is take some apple juice. Apple juice is universally good. Pour it over the top. Now, look at this. Yes, honey. Yeah, I love you too. So we're going to put a little line of honey on here. Get some more sweetness and ooey gooey deliciousness. Getting a nice mess made. And again, I'm messing up one of Alice's bottles, and she'll probably tell me all about that later. Now, what else are we going to do? Onions. Yes, onions. These babies will cook down nicely and add another level of flavor to our ribs. So, then all we do, put the lids on, and back in the smoker for 2 more hours. This is getting exciting. Oh God, this is rich. Guess what? My really cool pans don't fit in my smoker. It's about an inch too big. So we're going to do the old-fashioned way. Aren't you excited? Okay, so that was exciting. So we're into step 2 now of the 3-2-1 method. We've done 3 on 2, working our way to 1, wrapped up in aluminum foil instead of my nifty pans because the pans were too big, which is very depressing to me. But anyway, we need to get a couple of things accomplished. First of all, I was asked, are baby back ribs from baby pigs? No, they are from pigs that we eat. In the yellow area, you'll see them right there, just behind the shoulder, up toward the back. That's their baby back because they're cut differently, they're curved a little bit, and they're more delicate than, say, spare ribs. So that answers that question. Secondly, the question was, what about these IndyCar drivers? I mean, you know, you had one, you said there were 3, where are the other 2? Well, here is another one, wishing me, as I have celebrated my 50 years in radio and retired a few weeks ago, Jack Harvey, Britain's finest.
Hey Bob, I just wanted to wish you firstly, congratulations on a fantastic career. Brian tells me that it's 50 years that you've been in the radio industry. That's amazing. So just honestly, congratulations. Then I'm going to wish you luck on retirement and see how that goes. Maybe take up golf. I hear people do that sometimes, I guess. I don't know really. But I hear it's good fun, thing that old people do. So now you're going to have some time. You might want to give it a go. After hanging out with Brian, seeing that you guys have a slight resemblance, understand now why you worked in the radio industry. You definitely have the face for radio. So yeah, honestly, just congratulations, enjoy retirement, I wish you all the best.
So what was that comment about me taking up golf?
Old people do, old people do, old people do.
Get off my lawn. Okay, so coming up, we'll take them out of the smoker, we'll bring them in here, unwrap them, get them opened up. I don't put barbecue sauce on mine, but I'll explain more about that later. We will keep going on and getting this done eventually, at some point. Boy, this has taken a long time, but I'm relatively new at it. Thanks a lot. Part 2, the 2 hours wrapped up, is over. So let's get these babies unwrapped, see what they look like. So there we go, all done with their cooking, and now back onto the smoker with some more smoke, and we will see in an hour what it looks like. Okay, coming down the home stretch now, didn't that look delicious? It's back on the smoker again. This time we'll be adding smoke, which means I have to add more wood chips, and I will show you how to do that. But a couple of, how shall we say, house cleaning things first. I have noticed that I'm a little bit slouched and looking rather old. I guess it's because I'm getting up there, 66. So I have an option. I can either go with the droopy looking old man thing, try to straighten up a little bit, or complete the old man look with my natty hat. Isn't it really something? Well, let's talk a little bit about smokers. I've been using the Masterbuilt electric smoker, the 30-inch model. You can really use any smoker for the 3-2-1 method. I used to have a char griller, gas, charcoal, and smoke box smoker that was great, but a lot of work because you have to keep putting the chips in. The electric smokers are great because you can just walk away from it. Now let's take a look at how to load this particular model with chips. Okay, this is probably the easiest part of our whole process, is getting the wood chips in. I use several different varieties. This is one I do enjoy. It's Weber, but you can see how big they are. They don't fit very well into the distribution area with the smoker. These are much better. They're wood chips, but they're much smaller. Let me just see if I can get a few of them out here for you to take a look at. They're just teeny tiny little pieces, slivers almost of the stuff. So what you do, is you pull out your deal. Now remember, this can be very, very hot, especially later on in the smoke as you put more in. You fill that up with your chips. It takes about a cup. You can do, I usually do a little less than a third moist chips and the rest dry, and put the moist on top. Then shove it back in there, twist it, chips drop, and you've got smoke, baby. Okay, we're just coming down the home stretch. Not much left to do, but wait and see one more comment from an IndyCar driver. Another one my son works with and was nice enough to make this little message for me on my ultimate retirement, much to the delight of many.
Hey Bob, just want to wish you a happy retirement. Congratulations for 50 years in radio. That's a serious achievement, and thank you so much for teaching Brian everything you know, because I think he'd be lost without the information. He's come a long way, and I'm sure he's taken a lot from your journey. So congratulations. Enjoy the next chapter in your life, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, Joseph Newgarden, IndyCar champion, and allow me to prophylactically present you with this bottle of champagne, waiting for your next victory on the podium. See what I did there? Prophylactically, by the way, is a medical term and not what you're thinking. Thank goodness. Let me get rid of this hat. I mean, it is really pretty silly. Anyway, nothing left now but to go out and get it. I think an hour's passed. Let's go see what our ribs look like and then chow down, folks. Okay, and they're all done. Smoked ribs, delicious. Nice, meaty, juicy, and very, very tender. You just want to take a bite and enjoy it, which of course I did immediately. And Alice even tried some and enjoyed it.
Probably the best batch you've done yet.
Well, thank you, dear. Great smoked rack of ribs. Nice bite, good crust. Nice little smoke ring, too. Yum.
Do the puppies have a bite?
Oh, very happy with the way it turned out with a 3-2-1 method.
Very good. You done good.
You gotta try it. Okay, so there you have it. The 3-2-1 method, how to do it. You can do it to any smoker, any size. Okay, now I'd like to explain a couple of things to you. First of all, my big reveal did not turn out the way I had hoped. I had planned on having the ribs, baked potato, and asparagus. I was going to use the sauce from step 2 with a little bit of flour, make a nice gravy, pour it over top, but that didn't happen because we double booked ourselves. On the shoot day, I also scheduled Dr. Death to come to our home and help us plan our funerals. Yes, pre-planned funerals we did the same day. Because, as you all well know, that's what
Old people do, old people do, old people do.
So, anyway, that's it. I hope you will get yourself a smoker and enjoy it and have some fun. A lot more recipes coming up. I'm scouring the countryside, finding strange and unusual things, and I will probably come up with a few ideas too. Now, stand by, don't go anywhere. Right after the credits, we'll tell you more about our next episode. Okay, next time we're going to smoke meatloaf. That's right, we're going to smoke meatloaf.
Meatloaf, double meatloaf. I hate meatloaf.
You will eat the meatloaf and you will love it, young man. You must do as you're told. You understand, Randy? All right. Here's your milk. Bye-bye. See you later. So anyway, yeah, next time we're going to make meatloaf and it is going to be delicious. So join me, please, as the radio guy tries something new with my master-built electric smoker. Thanks for watching.